Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question starts from where we stopped before the statement from the CS, and I first of all want to congratulate her. She's standing firm on her job as a woman. I congratulate you as a woman. Thank you. As a woman and a CS, of course. Yes, a woman CS. My question goes to Madam CS about Bishop Kioko Hospital in Machakos. This bishop called me 3 years ago complaining to me that they've not been, their monies has not been remitted from NHIF. And Madam CS, this is a question that is worrying so many of these hospitals because they don't know the fate after the other organization takes over NHIF. And Madam CS, I know that you have told us that there's money which has been released already, but if you can give us timeline so that even as we talk to them, we can assure them, these are the timelines you're going to get your monies. My governor also has really been complaining about remittance from NHIF in the hospitals in Machakos, and this goes across the whole country. So if Madam CS, you can give us timelines, and what else we can beg you to do, Madam CS, is to see as a mother, as a CS, as a mother, how to end up this strike of the doctors, because we are losing so many people. We are losing a lot of people in this country because of the strike. So if also in the negotiations, I'm sure you have reached somewhere. Can you tell us something about, you know, the timelines of these doctors going back to work and starting work as usual? Thank you.
Thank you. Cherargei.
Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, just on a follow-up on presentation of...
Order, senators. I have a list of the senators who've asked the question.
Mr.
Cherargei hayuko hapa. So please allow us to proceed.
Mr. Speaker, allow me to proceed. Mr. Speaker, I would like to just follow up question on the doctor's strike. Madam CS, since you said the government was ready to hire 1,500 medical interns, how many have reported? And what are the terms of engagement with these interns? Because we are being told they wanted 200,000, you are ready to give 70,000 stipend. What are the terms apart from the stipend that you are giving Madam CS? And how many people are on a strike? Is it medical doctors only? Is it morticians? Is it anesthetists? Is it nurses? How many groups are on strike, as we know? Because when it started through you, Mr. Speaker, sir, Madam CS, it started only as a doctor strike over internship program. And on the basis that there was an issue, and update the House, Madam CS, on the issue of collective bargaining agreement between medical doctors and other cadres that we have discussed before. Mr. Speaker, I thank you.
Thank you. The third question will be asked by Shakila Abdallah.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'll be very brief. My question to the CS is, what will be the fate of NHIF staff after the disbursement of NHIF? She is saying they'll be newly employed. Will they be paid their dues for the years they have been working? Because that part is silent from the government. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Madam CS, you can answer the three questions.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker and honorable members. The question by Senator Kavindu regarding Bishop Kioko, I think it's what I have responded to previously, and this is now the faith-based facility, and that the resources that we are receiving, as I did say, we have received a letter from Treasury confirming that we are going to receive the monies. So we await to receive the money, and we expect that they will hit our account this week. The National Hospital Insurance Fund is already working to ensure that once we receive the money this week, then from next week, payments should start going out to those claims that have been verified. And regarding the strike, and for me to give a definite date as to when the doctors will go back to work. Honorable Speaker and honorable members, I would like to say that we are now in process of a negotiation. And within a negotiation, I am not able to confirm with certainty that then by tomorrow they'll be back to work. Of course, I would like that we finish in the shortest time possible. In fact, I would like that even since the matter is coming up for mention today by the Employment and Labor Relations Court, if out of it then doctors are able to go back to work today, that would be the ideal situation for us as a country. But we are going to put our best foot forward in this negotiation so that we ensure that then we go back to operations soon as possible. On the question raised by Senator Cherargei, I would like to confirm, first of all, that the medical officers, who in turn medical officers are not 1,500, but they are 1,210. This includes medical officers, pharmacists, and dentists. But after they went on strike, other cadres joined them. That is the clinical officers who joined the strike, and also the medical laboratory officers who joined the strike. So as we speak today, we have the medical officers on strike, we have the clinical officers on strike, and we have the laboratory officers on strike. But I would also want to confirm that we have those doctors who have been patriotic enough and they have continued to provide services. They are manning the emergency services. They are manning some of the facilities, and we are ensuring continuity of service. We have put in place administrative measures to ensure that at least services are being provided in the health facilities. The issue at hand is the offer that we have given, and I want to confirm that the ministry, having been constrained by National Treasury, that we post interns based on the available resources. The ministry did write to SRC for guidelines. And the guidelines we received from SRC is that the interns ought to get a stipend and not a remuneration. So the stipend that was offered is 70,000 shillings. And that is what we have offered. As I did indicate, the letters have gone out for medical officers, and we are going to begin taking stock from tomorrow in terms of those who have reported. But I also want to confirm that 1,270 clinical officers have reported in their duty stations. And also to confirm that it was not just the stipend for doctors that was fixed. Equally, the stipend for clinical officers was fixed. In the previous, the clinical officers were earning 15,000 shillings as a stipend for internship. Under the new regulations and guidelines that have been given by SRC, that has been enhanced to 1,000. And I want to confirm that those clinical officers have reported. What we are waiting, and the letters are out now, nursing officers' degree and clinical officers' degree have started collecting their letters, and the stipend is 50,000 shillings. In terms of payment to the doctors, Speaker and honorable members, the conversation of healthcare financing has to be discussed, not just by the Ministry of Health, but the whole government. And I believe that is the wisdom that the Honorable Judge of the Employment and Labor Relations Court ordered, that a whole-of-nation approach is taken so that we discuss. But as a ministry, we have not sat back. That is why we did bring to this Honorable House the 4 acts. And from the 4 acts, we have the Social Health Insurance Act, which in itself is supposed to enable us to collect resources and use those resources for providing healthcare services. One of the items that is going to be recovered by the resources from the Social Health Act is payment for all human resource for health officers across all cadres. And I really want to thank the nurses who have continued to work, to thank the doctors who have continued to work, and to thank all the cadres who have continued to provide services amid this crisis. Speaker and honorable members, I submit.
Thank you, CS. Next question will come from Alexander Mundingi.
Asante, Bwana Spika.